Moses, honestly, he could have been on the clean sweep team because he talks about organization. He said, listen, get these tribes together. There were, I'm preaching, then you're responding. There were 12 tribes of Israel, but now he said, I want you to break off into 4 different camps and in each camp there's going to be 3 tribes, and you know 3 times 4 equals what? 12. So now we got all the 12 tribes together. I want you to have some order, and all Moses is doing, he was not the original designer because no other foundation can anyone lay except the one. I wish I had somebody thinking about this here. No other foundation can anyone lay except for the one that has already been laid. Can I tell you that God is in the order business? God is in the business of proper placement. I mean, Moses is not the one who came up with this because it was God himself when he got ready to make the world. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth, and day by day, he only did what he needed to do for that day, and then he went to the next day, and then the evening and the morning were the first day, and then the evening and the morning were the second day. I wish I had me a witness up in here. When Moses tells the people, listen, I want you to order yourself. I want you to get in the proper place. All he's doing, Elder Billings, is taking a cue from God himself, because it was God who took formless chaos and caused it to be ordered cosmos. I'm preaching better than you responding. It was God who took nothing and orchestrated the stratosphere of the world. It was God who took nothing and then made everything. It was God who stood behind the purple hills of eternity. Reached back through nowhere, put his hand on something in nowhere, brought something through nothing, and then made everything. You know what? God is a God.
Yes, sir.
And so God says to his people in Numbers chapter 2, we talk about living together with God, but guess what? We can't just go in our own direction, in our own path. Talk about the way I see it. Y'all not here. And if you ask me what I think, I don't mean to offend nobody, but can I be honest with you? There's only one opinion that counts, and it's yours. That can help somebody right there. You can stop trying to please everybody and satisfy everybody, because if you recognize that the only opinion that really counts is the one that God has, do you recognize that nobody has a heaven or a hell to put you in? Neither do you have a heaven or a hell to put somebody else in. Even if you tell somebody to go to hell, that's wishful thinking at best, because you don't have a hell to put nobody in. But God is the one who's in charge. God is the ruler. God is the sovereign. He's God. And so God said, listen, get the people together. Order them. And if we're going to live together with God and we're going to move forward as a church, we got to have order. Everybody can't show up and do what they want to do. That's why the choir has rehearsal. Rehearsal is to get the song right in order. You don't sing the song with the words you think fit. Let me say several things and then real quick. And the truth of the matter is, a lot of us in our lives, as we're honest about it, could use a visit from clean sweep. Because a lot of our lives are just too cluttered. Sister Wilson is so proud of me, I hope. I cleaned off my desk in June. I made it June of this year. First Sunday. Made it all the way through June, through July, all the way to August. I'm on the 4th month now. Be careful. Amen. But I recognize if things, and I know we always say, well, I know everything is. Well, you may know everything is, but how long it take you to find it? I mean, man, tell me, when you hang students think they're the teachers. When you go to school, the teacher already got what you're trying to do. No matter what you think of the supervisor on the job, they're still the supervisor. And you ought to be careful how you treat the supervisor, because one day you might be a supervisor. Are y'all with me? Text teaches us in those first 2 verses, teaches us something very important. And that is, the people were told, I want you to group yourself. Gather yourself in some camps. He goes on to talk about that in chapter 2. But it says, as you pitch your tents. Watch what he says now. You ought to be far off about the tabernacle of the congregation. Now what that means is the tabernacle was the place where God met the people. The tabernacle was to be situated in the center of all the people. Y'all not here? In other words, the entire arrangement of the people, they were to be arranged around God. No matter what family they came from, no matter what their pedigree, their background, their experience, their history, they were all to form themselves around one thing. And that one thing was in the center of all of them. Ladies and gentlemen, anytime we have a conflict about anything, it's one thing that can solve every conflict. Let's get to the center. Brother Moseley said a moment ago, it's not about me. Are y'all with me here? Not about you. But it's about the one in the center. It's about the man in the middle. I just thought about something there. I say it's about the man in the middle. Do y'all remember one Friday when they crucified him? When he died, he didn't die on the left, neither did he die on the right, but he died in the middle. The people were to recognize God as their center and as their core. Whenever we have a disagreement about anything, if we will hurry up and get back to God, then our opinions don't have to clash. Are y'all with me here? Because if we keep God in the center, you know what? It's hard to have an argument over an open Bible. Some of y'all missed that. The next time we get